Imagine waking up each day with a sense of calm and control, unshaken by the chaos of the world around you. In a time where emotional turbulence is the norm, achieving emotional stability might seem like a distant dream. But what if I told you that the key to mastering your emotions has been around for thousands of years, hidden in the wisdom of Stoic philosophy? In today's video, we're diving into 7 powerful Stoic techniques that can help you navigate the storms of 2024 with resilience and inner peace. But before we jump in, I want you to think about this. How often have you let a single event, a bad day at work, a harsh comment, or an unexpected setback completely derail your mood? If you're like most people, it happens more than you'd like to admit. Now, what if you had the tools to not just cope with these challenges, but to transform them into opportunities for growth? That's exactly what you'll learn today. As we explore these techniques, I encourage you to reflect on your own life. Consider how these principles could apply to your daily challenges and how adopting even one of these practices could make a profound difference. And if you find value in what we're discussing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how Stoicism has helped you, or how you plan to use these techniques moving forward. Let's start this journey towards emotional mastery, one Stoic technique at a time. Stay with me because the insights you're about to discover could be life-changing. Ready to transform your emotional landscape? Let's dive in. Technique 1: Mindfulness and presence. Have you ever found yourself so caught up in the whirlwind of thoughts? What might happen tomorrow? What went wrong yesterday? That you forget to live in the moment? It's a common experience in our fast-paced world, where our minds are often everywhere except where they should be. Right here, right now. The Stoics understood this all too well, and one of their most powerful teachings was the practice of mindfulness and presence. The great Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, famously wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." This advice, though centuries old, is more relevant today than ever. Mindfulness is about anchoring yourself in the present moment, fully experiencing it without the distractions of past regrets or future anxieties. When you practice mindfulness, you gain clarity, reduce stress, and improve your emotional stability by focusing on what truly matters, the here and now. Imagine starting your day not with a rush of thoughts about the tasks ahead, but with a few moments of deep, intentional breathing. Visualize taking in your surroundings, listening to the sounds around you, and simply being present. This small shift in your morning routine can set a positive tone for the rest of your day, allowing you to handle challenges with a calm, centered mind. To help illustrate this, consider the story of a CEO who, despite a demanding schedule, begins each morning with a mindfulness practice. By dedicating just 10 minutes to mindful breathing and reflection, he notices a significant improvement in his focus and decision-making throughout the day. This simple yet profound practice becomes his secret weapon for maintaining emotional stability amidst the chaos of his daily responsibilities. Now, think about your own life. How often do you truly pause to experience the present moment? I encourage you to try this. Tomorrow morning, take a few minutes to focus on your breath, notice your surroundings, and ground yourself in the present. Notice how this small act can transform your day. But mindfulness is just the beginning. In the next section, we'll explore how the Stoic technique of cognitive reframing can help you transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Stay with me, because this next insight could change the way you perceive obstacles in your life. Technique 2. Cognitive reframing. Let me ask you something. Have you ever faced a situation that seemed like a complete disaster, only to later realize it was a blessing in disguise? Maybe it was a job loss that led you to a better opportunity, or a personal setback that spurred you to make a positive change. This ability to see the silver lining in difficult situations is at the heart of the Stoic technique known as cognitive reframing. The Stoics believed that while we cannot control external events, we can control how we interpret them. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, taught that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This perspective is the foundation of cognitive reframing, consciously changing the way you perceive events to find a more constructive or positive meaning. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously reframed a devastating event in his life. When his laboratory burned down, destroying years of work, Edison didn't despair. Instead, he saw it as a chance to start anew, saying, "Thank goodness all our mistakes were burned up. Now we can start fresh again." This mindset allowed him to move forward with renewed energy and creativity, ultimately leading to even greater innovations. So, how can you apply cognitive reframing in your own life? The next time you face a setback, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger or wiser? By shifting your perspective in this way, you turn challenges into opportunities for growth, rather than sources of frustration or despair. Now, take a moment to reflect on a recent challenge you've encountered. How might you reframe that experience to see it in a more positive light? This practice not only helps you maintain emotional stability, but also empowers you to navigate life's ups and downs with greater resilience. But the power of cognitive reframing doesn't stop there. In the next section, we'll dive into the Stoic practice of daily reflection, a technique that can help you deepen your self-awareness and enhance your emotional control. Trust me, you won't want to miss this next insight, as it's a key to unlocking a more balanced and thoughtful approach to life. Stay tuned. Technique 3. Daily reflection. Have you ever ended your day feeling overwhelmed, unsure of how you reacted to the various challenges you faced? Or perhaps you've gone through an entire week only to realize you barely had a moment to process your thoughts and emotions. The ancient Stoics had a remedy for this, a practice that not only fosters emotional stability, but also deepens your self-awareness. Daily reflection. Picture this. Every night, the great Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius would sit down and reflect on his day, recording his thoughts in what would later become known as his meditations. This was no mere diary. It was a tool for self-improvement, a way to assess his actions, thoughts, and decisions. He would ask himself questions like, "What did I do well today?" and "Where could I have done better?" This practice allowed him to keep his emotions in check and maintain a clear, balanced mind, even in the midst of ruling an empire. Daily reflection is about carving out a few minutes at the end of each day to turn inward and evaluate your actions and reactions. It's a powerful practice that helps you identify patterns in your behavior, recognize emotional triggers, and gain insights into your inner world. By observing your thoughts without judgment, you create a space for growth and understanding, leading to greater emotional resilience. To bring this concept to life, imagine yourself at the end of a stressful day. Instead of letting the day's frustrations fester, you sit down with a journal and begin to write. You reflect on a moment where you felt anger bubbling up, maybe during a tough conversation with a colleague. You ask yourself, why did I react that way? What was I feeling at that moment? As you write, you start to see that your reaction wasn't just about the conversation, but about something deeper. a fear of not being respected or heard. This realization is powerful because it gives you the insight needed to approach similar situations differently in the future. Now, let's make this interactive. I challenge you to start your own daily reflection practice tonight. Grab a journal and, before you go to bed, jot down a few thoughts about your day. Ask yourself what you did well and where you struggled. Over time, you'll likely notice patterns, both positive and negative, that you can work on. This simple practice can be transformative, giving you the clarity and emotional stability needed to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace. But daily reflection is just one piece of the puzzle. In the next section, we'll explore another cornerstone of Stoicism, the acceptance of what you cannot control. This practice is crucial for maintaining peace of mind in an unpredictable world, and it's one you won't want to miss. So stick around, because this next technique could change the way you approach life's uncertainties. Technique 4. Acceptance of what you cannot control. Have you ever found yourself frustrated by events that seem completely out of your control? Maybe it was a delayed flight, a sudden change in plans, or the actions of someone else that completely threw off your day. The Stoics would argue that much of our emotional turmoil comes from trying to control things that are inherently beyond our reach. This brings us to one of the most powerful Stoic teachings, the acceptance of what you cannot control. Let's take a step back in time to ancient Rome, where the philosopher Epictetus lived as a slave before becoming one of the most respected Stoic teachers. Epictetus taught that we must distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. He famously said, "Some things are up to us and some things are not." This simple yet profound idea lies at the heart of Stoic emotional resilience. It teaches us that our power lies in how we choose to respond to external events, not in trying to control those events themselves. Think about the last time you were stuck in traffic, feeling the frustration build as the minutes ticked by. Your initial reaction might have been to blame the other drivers, the weather, or the city's infrastructure. But what if, instead, you accepted the situation for what it was, something you couldn't change, and focused on what you could control, your own thoughts and reactions? You might have used that time to listen to a favorite podcast, practice deep breathing, or simply enjoy a moment of stillness in an otherwise busy day. This mindset isn't just for minor inconveniences. It can be life-changing when applied to more significant challenges. For example, imagine being laid off from a job you loved. While it's natural to feel upset, a Stoic approach would involve recognizing that while you can't control the job loss itself, you can control how you respond. You might choose to view this as an opportunity to explore new career paths or to develop new skills. By focusing on what you can control, your actions, attitudes, and choices, you reclaim your power and maintain your emotional stability. Now, let's bring this back to you. The next time you find yourself faced with an unexpected challenge, pause and ask yourself, is this within my control? If it's not, how can you shift your focus to what you can control? By practicing this technique, you'll find that many of life's stresses begin to lose their grip on you. But there's more to Stoic resilience than just acceptance. In the next section, we'll explore how embracing discomfort can actually strengthen your emotional stability, helping you become more resilient in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Stay with me, because this next technique is all about building the mental toughness that will serve you in every area of your life. Technique 5. Embracing discomfort. When was the last time you intentionally put yourself in an uncomfortable situation? Most of us go out of our way to avoid discomfort, seeking out the easiest, most convenient paths in life. But what if I told you that embracing discomfort could be the key to building unshakable resilience and emotional stability? The Stoics believed that by regularly exposing ourselves to discomfort, we can train our minds to remain calm and composed, no matter what life throws our way. Let's travel back to ancient Greece, where the Stoic philosopher Zeno of Citium founded the school of Stoicism. Zeno and his followers would often engage in voluntary discomfort as a way to prepare for life's inevitable hardships. Whether it was fasting, enduring the cold, or practicing self-denial, these exercises weren't about suffering for the sake of suffering. They were about building mental toughness. By experiencing discomfort on their own terms, the Stoics strengthened their ability to face challenges without being overwhelmed. Consider the modern practice of taking cold showers, a technique rooted in the Stoic tradition of embracing discomfort. While a cold shower might seem like a small thing, it's a perfect example of how we can train our minds to accept and even welcome discomfort. Each time you step under that icy water, you're not just toughening up physically. You're also teaching your mind that it can handle discomfort without panic or avoidance. Over time, this practice builds resilience that extends far beyond the shower, helping you remain steady in the face of life's bigger challenges. Now, let's get interactive. I challenge you to try a simple exercise. Tomorrow morning, start your day with a cold shower. Notice how your mind reacts and how you feel afterward. It might be uncomfortable at first, but with each passing day, you'll find that the discomfort becomes less intimidating. You'll begin to see this practice as a way to start your day with strength and resolve, setting the tone for whatever comes your way. But remember, embracing discomfort isn't just about physical challenges. It's about pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone in all areas of life, whether it's having a difficult conversation, taking on a new responsibility, or facing a fear you've been avoiding. By making discomfort a regular part of your routine, you'll find that you're more resilient, more confident, and more emotionally stable in the face of life's uncertainties. And speaking of uncertainties, in the next section, we'll dive into the importance of practicing self-compassion, a key Stoic principle that might surprise you. While Stoicism often emphasizes toughness, it also teaches us to be kind to ourselves, especially during difficult times. Stay with me, because this next technique will show you how to balance resilience with self-care, creating a foundation of emotional stability that's both strong and compassionate. Technique 6. Practicing self-compassion. Let's face it, life can be tough, and we're often our own harshest critics. But have you ever wondered how different things might be if you treated yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you extend to others? While Stoicism is often associated with toughness and resilience, it also places a surprising emphasis on the importance of self-compassion. This may seem counterintuitive, but the Stoics understood that to navigate life's challenges effectively, we must first cultivate a healthy and compassionate relationship with ourselves. Imagine this scenario. You've had a rough day. Maybe you made a mistake at work, or perhaps you've had a falling out with a friend. The immediate reaction might be to criticize yourself harshly, replaying the situation in your mind and questioning your worth. But what if, instead of tearing yourself down, you took a step back and approached the situation with compassion? What if you acknowledged that, like everyone else, you're human and bound to make mistakes? This is exactly what self-compassion is about. It's about recognizing that suffering and failure are part of the shared human experience and treating yourself with kindness in those moments. Even the Stoic philosopher Seneca recognized this when he said, "You should be kind to yourself rather than be your own worst enemy." By practicing self-compassion, you're not giving yourself a free pass to avoid responsibility. Rather, you're creating a supportive internal environment that fosters growth and resilience. Think of self-compassion as the emotional safety net that allows you to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them without the fear of relentless self-judgment. It's about balancing the Stoic ideals of self-discipline and resilience with an understanding that you deserve kindness, especially from yourself. This balance is crucial for maintaining emotional stability because it prevents you from spiraling into negative thought patterns that can erode your well-being over time. Let's make this real for you. The next time you catch yourself in a moment of self-criticism, pause and ask, "Would I speak to a friend this way?" If the answer is no, then reframe your inner dialogue. Offer yourself the same words of encouragement and understanding that you would offer someone you care about. You'll be amazed at how this small shift can lighten your emotional load and give you the strength to move forward with greater clarity and confidence. And remember, self-compassion is not about avoiding accountability. It's about acknowledging your imperfections with kindness and using them as stepping stones toward becoming a better version of yourself. As we move into our final Stoic technique, we'll explore how to view obstacles as opportunities, a mindset that not only enhances emotional stability, but also empowers you to thrive in the face of adversity. Stay tuned, because this next technique ties everything we've discussed together into a powerful approach to life's challenges. Technique 7. Viewing obstacles as opportunities. Imagine a situation where everything seems to be going wrong. Maybe you've missed a crucial deadline at work, or perhaps a personal project you've been passionate about has hit a major roadblock. It's easy to feel defeated, to see these setbacks as proof that things just aren't going your way. But what if, instead of seeing these obstacles as insurmountable, you could view them as opportunities for growth? This mindset, central to Stoic philosophy, is one of the most empowering techniques for maintaining emotional stability. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, a key figure in Stoicism, faced countless challenges during his reign, from wars to plagues. Yet he famously wrote in his Meditations, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This profound statement encapsulates the Stoic belief that obstacles are not barriers, but pathways to improvement and progress. By viewing challenges through this lens, you transform adversity into a catalyst for personal and professional growth. Think about it this way. Every obstacle you encounter is an opportunity in disguise, a chance to test your resolve, learn new skills, or reassess your approach. For instance, consider the story of J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections from publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Each rejection was a stepping stone, pushing her to refine her work and persevere despite the odds. Had she seen those rejections as the end of the road, the world would have missed out on one of the most beloved literary series of all time. Now, let's apply this to your life. The next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this obstacle help me grow? This simple shift in perspective can turn a seemingly negative situation into a powerful opportunity for self-improvement. It's about embracing the mindset that every setback is a setup for a comeback. To help you internalize this concept, try this exercise. Think of a recent challenge you faced, big or small. Write down what happened, how you felt, and then brainstorm at least 3 positive outcomes or lessons that could arise from this situation. This practice not only helps you see the hidden opportunities in obstacles, but also builds your resilience and adaptability over time. But remember, seeing obstacles as opportunities isn't just about positive thinking, it's about taking actionable steps to turn challenges into achievements. And as we wrap up this exploration of Stoic techniques, it's important to recognize that these practices are interconnected. By combining mindfulness, cognitive reframing, daily reflection, acceptance, embracing discomfort, and self-compassion, you create a holistic approach to life that equips you to handle whatever comes your way with grace and strength. As we move to the conclusion, stay with me, because I'll tie together everything we've discussed and show you how to integrate these techniques into your daily life, making 2024 your year of emotional mastery. As we come to the end of our journey through these powerful Stoic techniques, I want you to take a moment to reflect on what we've explored together. Each technique, from practicing mindfulness to viewing obstacles as opportunities, is a piece of the puzzle that, when combined, creates a robust framework for mastering your emotional stability in 2024. The Stoics believed that true strength comes from within, and by adopting these practices, you're equipping yourself to face whatever challenges this year may bring with resilience and grace. Imagine yourself a year from now, steadfast, unshaken by the storms of life, confidently navigating through both the highs and lows. This isn't just a fantasy. It's a reality you can achieve by consistently applying the principles we've discussed. Whether it's starting your day with a moment of mindfulness, reframing a setback into a learning opportunity, or embracing discomfort to build mental toughness, these practices are your tools for creating a life of calm, purpose, and inner strength. Now, here's where you come in. I want to challenge you to take action today. Which of these techniques resonates with you the most? How can you start integrating it into your daily routine right now? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's create a community where we support and learn from each other as we strive to embody these Stoic principles. And if you've found value in this journey, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on future content that can help you continue your path of self-improvement. Let's make 2024 the year you truly master your emotions and live with the calm confidence of a Stoic sage. Thank you for joining me today, and remember, you have the power to create the life you want, one thought, one action, and one choice at a time. Stay strong, stay mindful, and stay resilient. Until next time.